Hello everyone, in this video we're going to go over some sample questions for Canadian Citizenship Test. If you need more time to answer these questions, feel free to pause the video. Let's begin. Question 1. Name the 3 levels of government in Canada. Option A, federal, state and municipal. Option B, federal, provincial or territorial and states. Option C, federal, provincial or territorial and municipal. Option D, federal, provincial or territorial and local. The answer is option C, federal, provincial or territorial and municipal. Question 2. Which federal political party is His Majesty's loyal opposition? Option A, Liberal Party of Canada. Option B, New Democratic Party. Option C, Green Party. Option D, Conservative Party. The answer is option D, Conservative Party. Question 3. How many electoral districts are there in Canada? Option A, 803. Option B, 338. Option C, 300. Option D, 305. The answer is option B, 338. What do you call a law before it is passed? Option A, a bill. Option B, a legal document. Option C, a proposal. Option D, a debate. The answer is option A, a bill. Question 5. Who represents the sovereign in Canada? Option A, the Governor General Mary Simon. Option B, the Mayor of Toronto John Tory. Option C, the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Option D, the Premier Doug Ford. The answer is option A, the Governor General Mary Simon. Question 6. What do you mark on a federal election ballot? Option A, write an X in the circle beside the name of your chosen candidate. Option B, write your name beside your chosen candidate. Option C, write the name of your chosen candidate. Option D, draw a line under the name of your chosen candidate. The answer is option A, write an X in the circle beside the name of your chosen candidate. Question 7. What are the 3 main groups of Aboriginal peoples? Option A, First Nations, Inuit, Métis. Option B, Acadians, Inuit, Métis. Option C, First Nations, French and Inuit. Option D, First Nations, Acadians and Inuit. The answer is option A, First Nations, Inuit, Métis. Question 8. Who are the Métis? Option A, the distinct Aboriginal people of Atlantic Canada. Option B, a people of mixed Inuit First Nations ancestry, most of whom live on the prairies. Option C, First Nations people speaking the Michif dialect. Option D, a distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. The answer is option D, a distinct people of mixed Aboriginal and European ancestry. Question 9. What is meant by the equality of women and men? Option A, men and women are treated equally under the law. Option B, men and women are the same. Option C, men and women are similar. Option D, men and women need to obey the law. The answer is option A, men and women are treated equally under the law. Question 10. In the 1960s, Quebec experienced rapid change. What is this period called? Option A, the Real Rebellion. Option B, the Quiet Revolution. Option C, the People's Revolution. Option D, the French Rebellion. The answer is option B, the Quiet Revolution. Question 11. When is Canada Day and what do we celebrate? Option A, July 4th, when we celebrate the anniversary of the Confederation. Option B, June 24th, when we celebrate multiculturalism. Option C, July 1st, when we celebrate the anniversary of Confederation. Option D, May 21st, when we celebrate the Queen's birthday? The answer is option C, July 1st, when we celebrate the anniversary of Confederation. Question 12. Who was the first Prime Minister of Canada? Option A, Sir John A. Macdonald. Option B, Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Option C, Louis LaFontaine. Option D, George Washington. The answer is option A, Sir John A. Macdonald. Name the prairie provinces. Option A, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia. Option B, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. Option C, Manitoba, Saskatoon, and Alberta. Option D, Ontario, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. The answer is option B, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. This is an important question. Question 14. What is the significance of the discovery of insulin by Frederick Banting and Charles Best? Option A, the discovery has saved 16 million people worldwide. Option B, it meant more money for Canada's healthcare system. Option C, it meant more Canadians have become doctors. Option D, it increased the number of hospitals and clinics in Canada. The answer is option A, the discovery has saved 16 million people worldwide. Also, make sure you remember the name of the people who discovered insulin. So make sure you remember Frederick Banting and Charles Best. Make sure you know that these two people are the ones who discovered insulin. It's very important to know their names and what they did. Question 15. What is the capital of Canada? Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver. The answer is option B, Ottawa. Question 16. What is written on a federal election ballot? Option A, the list of candidates for Prime Minister in alphabetic order from A to Z. Option B, the name of the candidates in your electoral district in alphabetic order from A to Z. Option C, the election results. Option D, your name and address. The answer is option B, the name of the candidates in your electoral district in alphabetic order. Question 17. How's a government formed after a federal election? Option A, the party with the most elected representative become the party in power. The leader of the party is chosen by the king. Option B, the governor general chooses the party and the prime minister to run the government. Option C, each province selects one representative, one of whom chosen by the king to be prime minister. Option D, the party with the most elected representative become the party in power. The leader of the party become the prime minister. The answer is option D, the party with the most elected representatives become the party in power. The leader of the party become the prime minister. Question 18. Who are the Acadians? Option A, First Nations people of Arctic. Option B, descendants of French colonists who settled in what are now the Maritime provinces beginning in 1604. Option C, descendants of the United Empire loyalists who settled in Nova Scotia in 1604. Option D, English members of La Francophonie. The answer is option B, descendants of French colonists who settled in what are now the Maritime provinces beginning in 1604. Question 19. List 4 additional rights Canadian citizens have under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom. Option A, right to be educated in either official language, the right to apply for a Canadian passport, the right to vote, the right to enter and leave Canada freely. Option B, the right to be educated in either official language, the right to apply for a Canadian passport, the right to drive, the right to enter and leave Canada freely. Option C, the right to enter and leave Canada and United States freely, the right to apply for a Canadian passport, the right to be educated, the right to vote. Option D, the right to live and work anywhere in Canada, the right to vote, the right to be educated in either official language, the right to drive. The answer is option A, the right to be educated in either official language, the right to apply for a Canadian passport, the right to vote, the right to enter and leave Canada freely. Last question. Give an example of how you can help in the community. Option A, wear red on Canada Day. Option B, drive to work. Option C, volunteer at a food bank. Option D, wash your car. The answer is option C, volunteer at a food bank. Hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.